For over a decade, Pirelli has been the trusted name supplying tyres to Formula One, shaping the way cars perform on the track. But it hasn't always been a smooth ride. Drivers have frequently voiced frustrations about the tyres being difficult to work with, especially when it comes to maintaining consistency under varying conditions. Now, with the 2026 regulations just around the corner, change is in the air. Bridgestone, a name that holds a special place in F1 history, is gearing up for a return. Their goal? To address these long-standing complaints and revolutionize the sport by introducing a bold innovation: tyres designed to perform without the need for blankets. Bridgestone's journey in Formula One is nothing short of remarkable. When the Japanese tyre giant joined the grid in 1997, they weren't just entering a sport, they were stepping into a battle dominated by Goodyear. It didn't take long for Bridgestone to make their presence felt, and by the early 2000s, they were the secret weapon behind Ferrari's dominance. With Michael Schumacher at the wheel and Bridgestone tyres under the car, Ferrari clinched 5 consecutive world titles from 2000 to 2004, a partnership that became the stuff of legends. But the story took a dramatic turn after 2007, when Bridgestone found itself as F1's sole tyre supplier, following Michelin's controversial exit. While this gave them complete control of the grid's rubber, it came at a cost, both financial and strategic. By 2010, the mounting expenses and shifting corporate priorities forced Bridgestone to make an unexpected exit, leaving the paddock stunned and teams scrambling for answers. Their departure marked the end of an era, but their legacy as one of F1's great tyre suppliers remains etched in the sport's history. When Bridgestone stepped away from Formula One, Pirelli took over as the sole tyre supplier in 2011, with a clear but challenging directive to prioritize high-degradation tyres that would spice up the racing action. Unlike Bridgestone's focus on durability and consistency, Pirelli's tyres were designed to shake things up by increasing pit stops and introducing unpredictable strategy battles. This approach certainly added drama and intrigue to the races, but also brought its fair share of headaches. Drivers quickly discovered that managing Pirelli's rubber was as much about skill as it was about survival. The tyres often operated in narrow performance windows: too cold and they wouldn't grip, too hot and they'd fall apart. This balancing act only became trickier after 2023, as degradation levels climbed further, leaving teams scrambling to fine-tune their strategies around temperamental compounds. Pirelli's era has been anything but predictable, and while it has delivered on its promise of spectacle, it's also kept engineers and drivers on their toes like never before. One of the most persistent frustrations surrounding Pirelli's tyres has been their relationship with tyre blankets, those preheating devices meant to prepare the rubber before it hits the tarmac. Despite their widespread use, the tyres have often failed to generate sufficient grip, especially in colder conditions or during crucial moments like safety car restarts. This inconsistency has been a thorn in the side of drivers and teams alike, leading to criticism from some of the sport's biggest names. Lewis Hamilton has not held back in expressing his dissatisfaction, frequently highlighting how the Pirelli tyres' unpredictability can undermine race outcomes, particularly when grip is most crucial. In those nail-biting moments when precision matters, the last thing a driver wants is a set of tyres that refuse to cooperate. Sebastian Vettel, always an advocate for safety, has raised alarms about the potential dangers of Pirelli tyres that take too long to reach their optimal temperature, warning of the increased risk in an already high-stakes sport. Max Verstappen, known for his no-nonsense approach, has also been vocal, pointing out how temperature inconsistencies disrupt race strategies and make maintaining competitiveness a challenge. For a driver aiming to extract maximum performance from every lap, having tyres that behave unpredictably can be a game changer, and not in a good way. These issues have amplified calls for change, with drivers and teams urging Pirelli to address the lingering challenges that have made managing their tyres an ongoing headache. This is why Pirelli has earned a reputation for relentless tyre testing in recent Formula One seasons, a sharp contrast to the Bridgestone era, where extensive testing simply wasn't necessary. Bridgestone delivered durable, reliable compounds that let teams focus on racing instead of battling unpredictable tyre degradation. The shift to 18-inch wheels in 2022 forced Pirelli to rebuild their tyres from scratch, but despite years of preparation and countless tests, the results have often fallen short. Under the immense strain of modern F1 cars, Pirelli's tyres have left teams frustrated, grappling with inconsistent performance and questionable durability. These struggles have raised serious questions about whether Pirelli's testing program is genuinely addressing the root issues or just paper suffering over cracks. Bridgestone is ready to rewrite this narrative. Behind the scenes, the Japanese manufacturer has been developing cutting-edge tire technology to tackle these long-standing problems. Their efforts are centered on creating compounds that heat up quickly without needing tire blankets, aligning perfectly with the FIA's push for sustainability and cost reductions. Bridgestone's innovations promise immediate grip, reducing risks during safety car restarts and improving performance in colder conditions where current tires falter. The timing of their return couldn't be more perfect. The 2026 regulations are set to revolutionize Formula One, introducing advanced hybrid engines and prioritizing efficiency and sustainability. Bridgestone sees this moment as their chance to not only address the sport's tire woes but also redefine what's possible in tire performance. With their expertise and ambition, they aim to set a new standard for the next era of Formula One. The buzz around Bridgestone's potential return has ignited excitement and nostalgia across the paddock, resonating with drivers and fans alike. For seasoned racers like Fernando Alonso, who thrived during Bridgestone's golden era, this news feels like a long overdue reset. Alonso often reflects on the confidence Bridgestone tires brought to the table, allowing drivers to push their cars to the absolute limit without constantly questioning grip levels. Lewis Hamilton, another veteran of the Bridgestone days, has also weighed in. Known for his attention to detail and relentless pursuit of perfection, Hamilton has often expressed frustration with the unpredictable nature of Pirelli's tires. The idea of a more consistent and reliable alternative could align perfectly with his quest to maximize every aspect of his performance. When Bridgestone bowed out in 2010, it left behind a legacy of stability and trust that many drivers deeply valued. Jenson Button and Felipe Massa were among those who praised Bridgestone's unwavering reliability. Button, reflecting on their departure, described it as the end of an era where predictability and technical dependability were the norm. For drivers accustomed to pushing their cars with confidence, Bridgestone's exit was bittersweet, leaving a void that Pirelli's entry struggled to fill. Bridgestone's return to Formula One is far from a straightforward comeback. The FIA, as the sport's governing body, holds the power to decide which supplier will secure the coveted contract, and Pirelli's long-standing relationship with Formula One undeniably tilts the scales in their favour. This raises a critical question. Will the FIA truly level the playing field and allow Bridgestone to present a competitive bid, or will the sport remain tethered to the comfort and familiarity of Pirelli's dominance? After more than a decade of Pirelli's stewardship, doubts about their tyres persist. Complaints about inconsistent performance and unpredictable degradation continue to frustrate teams and drivers across the grid. While Pirelli has made efforts to address some of these criticisms, developing compounds with wider operating windows and experimenting with construction changes, the absence of competition has arguably hindered significant innovation. For many, the idea of Bridgestone's return is less about nostalgia and more about a genuine hope for change. A new supplier could bring the reliability and consistency that the sport has long been craving. But this isn't just about better tyres, it's about revitalising competition at a fundamental level. Whether Bridgestone can deliver on these expectations depends largely on the FIA's willingness to oversee a fair and transparent selection process. Do you think Bridgestone's return could bring back reliability and consistency to Formula One tyres, or should Pirelli be given the chance to refine their approach without competition? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.